Page 1. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Pirate start. No to Red Hair. Lin Mo gets transported to the pirate world and unlocks a traveler check-in system. By checking in at specific spots, he earns rewards. He kicks things off by getting 3-color hockey. He checks in at Windmill Village 4, Fire Style, Dragon Flame Jutsu, Frost Moon Village 4, Demon Blade Star Shatterer, Sea Restaurant 4, Flash Step, Night Guy, Luoge Town, Drum Island, Alabasta, Skypea, Eni's Lobby, Sabaody Archipelago, Impel Down, Red Hair, getting turned down twice in a row. That's gotta sting, Karp. Even if you don't want to be a marine, we can still be buddies. Lin Mo, come on, let's grab some donuts. Chapter 1, Red Hair's Invitation. East Blue, Windmill Village. A kid named Lin Mo, rocking a black t-shirt, pushes open the tavern door around noon like he always does. Makino, the usual. Lin Mo heads straight for the bar and takes a seat. Coming right up, Makino, the tavern owner with short, dark green hair and a headscarf, smiles as she grabs a bottle of aged wine from the shelf, pops it open, pours a glass, and brings it over. As the only tavern in Windmill Village, it's a spot for locals and travelers passing through. The regulars are into strong stuff, and sometimes a few kids like Luffy swing by. They're not drinkers, so she keeps juice around for them. This quiet, 10-year-old kid, though, is the first kid she's seen order alcohol in ages. Lin Mo picks up the glass and takes a sip. Makino smiles. How is it? Not bad. Suddenly, the tavern entrance gets rowdy, the door bursts open, and a cheerful voice booms. Hey, Lin Mo's here too. It's red-haired Shanks. Right behind him, Jesus Burgess, Lucky Roo, and the rest of the Red Hair pirates pile into the tavern, shouting for Makino to bring the drinks. Red Hair plops down next to Lin Mo, takes off his straw hat, and sets it on the bar. He still has both arms. This is before he loses one, saving Luffy. Makino delivers the good stuff. Red Hair cracks open a bottle, takes a huge swig, and claps Lin Mo on the back, grinning. Ha ha ha. Kid, you got an answer for me yet? Lin Mo calmly sets down his glass and says casually, I pass. Straight up rejection. You wound me. Red Hair pretends to be heartbroken. The Red Hair pirates erupt in laughter. Ha ha ha, the boss got shot down. Can't even handle a little punk. You're losing it, boss. Huh, go get, boss. We're rooting for you. Then, Red Hair takes another swig, laughing along with the crew like nothing happened. The Red Hair pirates' good vibes get a chuckle out of Lin Mo, the time traveler. That's right, Lin Mo's a time traveler. He showed up here 10 days ago as a time traveler. Lin Mo got the traveler system as his special ability. He gets a check-in mission every time he hits a designated location. Checking in isn't just about showing up, though. He has to wait until the check-in progress bar fills up, and what fills the progress bar is complicated. When Lin Mo first landed in Windmill Village, the bar only went up 30%. After having a glass of wine at Makino's, it jumped another 30%. Then, after running into Red Hair and buying him a drink, the progress hit 90%. Once that last 10% fills, Lin Mo will finally be ready to move on to the next check-in spot, but since meeting Red Hair a week ago, the bar hasn't budged. Hey, kid, Red Hair suddenly throws an arm around Lin Mo's neck and asks with a grin, ever think about what you want to do with your life? Sail the seas, eat good food, drink good drinks, and see the world, Lin Mo says, shrugging off Red Hair's arm. I want to be a free spirit. Hearing this, Red Hair slams a hand on the table and lets out a booming laugh. Ha ha ha. A free spirit, huh? Don't you think that's a waste of your talent? Talent. Did he catch on to something? Lin Mo doesn't say anything. Red Hair continues, kid, other folks might not see it, but you can't hide it from me. They've only really known each other for less than a week. Even though the kid looks like a quiet 10-year-old, he often has mature opinions and bold plans you wouldn't expect from someone his age. The other tavern patrons laugh at Lin Mo's ideas, but he doesn't seem to care, and never argues with them. If it weren't for his age, Red Hair would think he was an old soul who'd lived 1,000 lives. In short, even though they haven't known each other long. Lin Mo's easygoing personality instantly clicked with Redhair, and they became friends who could talk about anything. Besides, other people might miss Lin Mo's strength, but it's plain as day to Redhair. Redhair is sure of it. 3-color hockey, this kid's got it all unlocked. Hockey is a latent power that almost everyone has. It's an innate ability that includes stuff like momentum, killer intent, and fighting spirit. By channeling these invisible feelings, you can turn willpower into serious strength. Hockey is divided into 3 types: observation, armament, and conquerors. While regular folks can learn armament and observation hockey, except for its highest levels, through training, it's not an overnight process, but to unlock and master armament and observation hockey at 10 years old is a mark of serious talent. Add on conquerors hockey, which only 1 in a million possess, and you've got something really special. Most importantly, Lin Mo's only 10. That's insane, but even that isn't what Redhair admires most about Lin Mo. When he first saw Lin Mo in the tavern a week ago, he noticed the kid had 3-color hockey. But the kid's energy was all over the place, but every day since, he's clearly felt the brat's aura becoming calmer and stronger. Redhair knows that nobody in Windmill Village is guiding Lin Mo. He's relying on himself to get stronger day by day, and that's not something just anyone can do. Especially when it comes to stabilizing and improving hockey, that's something that usually takes a long time. This kid is scary talented. If he hadn't been seeing him every day for the past week, he wouldn't believe anyone could improve this fast. He's sure that this kid will shake the world someday. That's why Redhair asked Lin Mo to join his crew yesterday, and gave him the night to think it over. Page 2. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Even though I just got turned down, look, no matter how talented and fast they grow, how far can a 10-year-old kid really get sailing these dangerous waters solo? Redhair didn't want to see Lin Mo, still just a kid, die at sea so young. Seriously, you've already unlocked all 3 types of hockey. With your kind of talent, being a traveler is a total waste. Redhair was still hesitant to give up, and kept pushing. Come aboard my ship. We can sail the whole damn world. You can eat your fill, drink your fill, and find a crew you trust with your life. Lin Mo. So, he noticed, figures, he's going to be one of the 4 emperors. Redhair was right. With Lin Mo's easygoing personality, he'd probably have a blast on that ship, and yeah, having a crew of ride-or-die, interesting people is definitely tempting. Too bad Lin Mo had zero intention of joining any crew from the start. He shook his head, firm. I'm used to flying solo. No matter what you offer, no matter how good the deal sounds, I'm not interested. All I want is to be a free and independent traveler. That's it. Redhair was stunned for a second, clearly not expecting another rejection. If Lin Mo's eyes weren't so dead set, he probably would have kept at it. Kid, you sure about this? You're the first person I've asked twice to join my crew. You sure you don't want to think it over? Shanks, aka Redhair, was a laid-back, generous guy with a chill attitude and a great relationship with his crew. That's why Lin Mo was happy to be friends with him, but joining his pirate crew? No way. Lin Mo shook his head again. My mind's made up. No use trying to change it. Just as he said that, a system notification popped up in his head. Ding! Successfully rejected Redhair's invitation. Sign-in completion rate plus 10%. Ding! Windmill Village sign-in task complete. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the full attribute chakra physique and the skill, fire style, dragon flame jutsu. Chapter 2, C6 surprises fire style, dragon flame jutsu. That's one of the seriously powerful fire style techniques from Naruto, where you use chakra to create superheated flames and turn them into a dragon that blasts your enemy. Lin Mo didn't expect to get Naruto skills in the pirate world, but even though he was stoked, something still bugged him. If rejecting Redhair's invite was all it took to finish the progress bar, why didn't it happen the first time he said no? Guess that first invite was just Redhair shooting the breeze. Lin Mo immediately pulled up his personal attribute panel. Name, Lin Mo. Age, 10 years old, sign-in location, Frost Moon Village, 0%, physique, full attribute chakra, hockey, armament hockey LV2, observation hockey LV2, conquerors hockey LV2. Skill, fire style, dragon flame jutsu, beginner, system space, 10 by 10 by 10 cubic meters. The 3 types of hockey and the system space were the newbie gift pack he got when he first unlocked the traveler system. The level after hockey showed its strength, unlike how it worked for the locals in the pirate world. If Lin Mo wanted to level up his hockey, all he had to do was finish the sign-in progress tasks, so, meeting Redhair and inviting him for a drink bumped up his progress by 30%, and also gave him a level-up reward for each type of hockey. He glanced at Frost Moon Village under the sign-in location. Yep, like clockwork, as soon as he finished checking in at one spot, the next one popped up. Now that his next destination was set, it was time to bounce, but before that, he'd at least buy Redhair. And the crew around. A grin spread across Lin Mo's face. Drinks are on me tonight, everyone. All that fighting wolves, bears, and tigers these last few days wasn't for nothing. He'd not only leveled up his hockey proficiency but also racked up a pile of Bailey. 2 birds, 1 stone. What's got you so pumped all of a sudden? Redhair asked, smiling. Lin Mo shrugged. I'm leaving. Redhair paused, but didn't say anything. Lucky Roo waddled over, a hunk of meat in one hand and a den mushy in the other. Boss, someone's looking for you. Looking for me? Who is it? Redhair took the den mushy. A roar blasted from the snail. Hey, you jerk, Redhair. You in Windmill Village? Hearing Luffy's grandpa, Karp, yelling, Redhair stood up and walked out of the tavern with the den mushy. Huh, why so salty? Come on down, I'll buy you a drink. I'm heading to Windmill Village right now to arrest you. You bastard, you took that brat Luffy. Stay away from Luffy, you hear me? Ha ha ha. Redhair laughed for 1 second, then instantly turned serious, glanced sideways at Lin Mo sitting at the bar, his back to him, and his face hardened. Karp, listen, I just saw a supernova with a seriously bright future. Supernova, schmova. Just a bunch of punks who think they're hot stuff 'cause they've got some skills. Nah, this one's different. Give him time, and that kid could change the whole world. Redhair's words silenced Karp. They might be on opposite sides, but Karp knew Redhair well enough to know that if he was paying attention and this optimistic, that kid had to be something special. Who are you talking about, anyway? Wouldn't you like to know? Ha ha ha. With that, Redhair hung up. On the other end, Karp slammed the den mushy to the ground and stomped it to bits. Shanks. One day, I'm gonna personally haul your sorry butt to impel down. Page 3. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The Marine next to him couldn't stop him and didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Vice Admiral Karp, that's the only den mushy that can reach red-haired Shanks. Karp. After hanging up on Karp, Redhair went back to the tavern and sat down next to Lin Mo. Lin Mo continued to drink in silence. Redhair asked, Hey, kid, wanna know who that was on the phone? Lin Mo gave him a look. He already knew, even though he hadn't heard the whole conversation, he was certain it was Karp from that first line. That was Vice Admiral, Iron Fist Karp, Redhair said, taking a swig of his drink. The old geezer actually got his hands on a den mushy that can contact me. But whatever, kid, you gotta think about this. Your talent's gonna attract a lot of attention, and if you don't pick a side, you might find yourself in the crosshairs. Doesn't matter, Lin Mo shrugged, grabbing his glass. Redhair, one more before I go. Redhair didn't push it. He clinked his bottle against Lin Mo's glass, finished off what was left, wiped his mouth, and asked, leaving now, huh? Lin Mo nodded. Redhair stood up. I'll see you off, he said casually. Truth was, Redhair was a little bummed Lin Mo didn't join his crew, but that's life. He wasn't one to dwell. They reached the dock. Where's your boat? Redhair asked. Lin Mo pointed to a small sailboat that had been sitting there for days. That one. He'd bought it a few days ago, planning to set sail as soon as his daily sign-in bonus was unlocked. That little thing. You sure it'll make it? Yep. Lin Mo hopped on board and untied the mooring rope. I'm off. See you on the Grand Line. Alright, next time we meet, drinks are on me. And hey, if you get tired of sailing alone, you're always welcome to join us. Later, then. The boat carrying Lin Mo slowly pulled away. Next stop, Shimotsuki Village, where Zoro was. The system had its own navigation, so Lin Mo wasn't worried about getting lost. The boat was barely 50 yards from the pier when the water started churning. Suddenly, a sea king, a monster that looked like a giant crocodile, burst from the waves, jaws full of fangs wide open, and chomped down on Lin Mo's boat. Back at the pier, the villagers of Windmill Village screamed. The Lord of the Coast. It's the Lord of the Coast. Kid, get out of there. Oh no. He's gonna be eaten. Somebody help him. The Redhair pirates seemed a lot calmer. Redhair knew Lin Mo was strong, but he hadn't seen him in action. This was a good chance to see what the kid could do. Still, just in case, he said, Hey, Beckman, Yasop. Relax, that kid's not gonna die here. Boss, you sure love sticking your nose in other people's business, Yasop muttered. The two raised their rifles, aiming at the Sea King's head, ready to fire if Lin Mo was in real trouble. Lin Mo glanced up at the creature, the so-called Lord of the Coast, with a sneer. Out of control, are we? Perfect timing to try out the fire style, Dragon Flame Jutsu. A smirk tugged at the corner of his mouth. Lin Mo concentrated his chakra, gathering it in his throat, and then unleashed it in a torrent of flame, forming a fiery dragon. He directed it towards the Sea King, who was now mere feet away. Almost instantly, the dragon of fire pierced straight through the Sea King's thick hide and dissipated. A wave of intense heat blasted outwards. The Sea King, impaled, went wide-eyed, didn't even manage a roar of pain before its massive body crashed back into the sea, creating huge waves. From the Sea King's surprise attack to its defeat by Lin Mo only took a few seconds. Everyone on the pier who witnessed it stood with their jaws hanging open, eyes bugging out. Redhair, though surprised, was mostly just shocked. That kid was holding back. A fire dragon? Could he be a Logia-type devil fruit user? Chapter 3, Shimotsuki Village beckons. Devil fruits, also known as treasures of the sea, are said to be incarnations of the sea devil. They taste disgusting, but they grant the eater incredible powers, at the cost of robbing them of their ability to swim. As such, seawater or sea stone, a tangible manifestation of the sea, can be used to incapacitate or capture those who possess their gifts. In addition to their inherent powers, devil fruits offer a more refined state known as awakening. Fruit awakening isn't a simple matter of training. It requires a specific trigger or opportunity to attain. As such, the number of individuals who achieve true awakening is exceptionally low. The fact that Lin Mo was proficient in all three types of hockey at such a young age was enough to impress the red-haired man. Now, this kid was suspected of having a devil fruit ability, or even a top-tier Logia. And the kid's control over his power was both exceptional and potent. What a find! It was a shame the kid wasn't willing to join his crew. Redhair turned around, flicked his sleeves, and shouted, Alright, let's go finish our drinks. As the shocked villagers started to snap back to reality, the boat carrying Lin Mo had already sailed over the horizon. Wait, what just happened? That kid, he defeated the Lord of the Coast. Holy crap, did I see that right? How old is that kid? Taking down the Lord of the Coast in one hit is insane. Who is that guy? Does anyone know? Page 4. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Beats me. Sounds like he rolled into town a few days back. Thought he was just some regular kid. Guess he was holding out on us. Wait a minute. I think I saw him at the tavern. I even joked about him being a kid drinking like a grown-up. Hope he didn't take it the wrong way. Meanwhile, Lin Mo sat in his boat. He was pretty stoked about how powerful that beginner-level fireball jutsu was. He could hear the villagers chattering on the pier, even from hundreds of yards away, but he wasn't sweating it. Lin Mo pulled up the system's navigation and started heading toward his next stop, Frostmoon Village. As evening drew in, he finally spotted the small island where Frostmoon Village was located. He tied the boat up to the shore. The second Lin Mo stepped off, a system notification popped into his head. Ding! Congrats, host. You've successfully arrived at Frostmoon Village. Sign-in progress plus 10%, current total progress 10%. Reward, Demon Blade Star Shard. Skill unlocked, Swordsmanship LV1, Demon Blade Star Shard. That knife's got a cool name. Lin Mo knew the names of some famous blades, but the Demon Blade Star Shard didn't ring any bells. Whatever, let's see what this thing looks like. With that, Lin Mo thought it, and a plain-looking wooden sword appeared in his hand. Yup, a wooden sword, and etched on the handle were the words Lake Toya. Lin Mo was speechless. He might not know the Demon Blade Star Shard, but he knew about Lake Toya. Wasn't that Jintoki Sakata's sword from Gintama? Ding! System notification. The Demon Blade Star Shard, also known as Lake Toya, is a sword made from a diamond tree that's over a year old. It can cut or smash through anything, from rocks to meteorites, even bullets. Some say it can even split the stars and slice the moon, destroying everything. Splitting stars and slicing the moon, huh? Pretty decent, I guess. Lin Mo gave Lake Toya a few practice swings. It felt surprisingly smooth. He clipped Lake Toya to his belt. Then, Lin Mo got up and walked toward the village. When he thought of Frostmoon Village, the first things that came to mind were Zoro and the Isen Dojo. Judging by Zoro's age, he should be training under Koshiro, the owner of the Isen Dojo. Plus, the rewards he got for setting foot on the island were swordsmanship and Lake Toya. This whole sign-in thing's gotta be about kendo. Guess I'll head over to the Isen Dojo and see what's up. Following the directions of some eager villagers, Lin Mo soon found himself at the entrance to the Isen Dojo. Even though it was late, the dojo was brightly lit, and he could hear the sounds of kids practicing their sword strikes. Ding! Arrived at Isen Dojo, sign-in progress plus 10%, current total progress is 20%, sword skill level plus 1. Suddenly, a warm current surged through him, and all sorts of LV2 swordsmanship techniques popped into his head. Compared to the minor boost from LV1, LV2 made Lin Mo feel noticeably stronger. A smile crept onto his face. Lin Mo confidently walked into the dojo. Inside, a girl with short blue hair was leading dozens of kids in chopping practice. Lin Mo instantly noticed a boy with green hair and a middle-aged man with glasses who was always smiling, sitting on the side of the dojo. The kid with the green algae head was Zoro, and the middle-aged man was Koshiro, father of the blue-haired Kuina and master of the Isen Dojo. Koshiro's swordsmanship was top-notch. As far as Lin Mo knew, this hidden master had never really gone all out. Compared to Koshiro, his current LV2 swordsmanship didn't stand a chance. The slight movement at the entrance caught Koshiro's attention, and he also noticed the wooden sword hanging from Lin Mo's waist. Koshiro's glasses glinted. That wooden sword, something about it didn't feel normal. He stood up. Koshiro walked toward Lin Mo. The kids who were busy practicing stopped and looked toward the entrance. You're a traveler, right? Are you a swordsman too? Koshiro asked with a smile. Lin Mo nodded slightly but didn't directly answer Koshiro's question. He'd only come to meet Koshiro and Zoro. Now that he'd done that, he figured he should head out. Lin Mo started to leave. Koshiro stared at Lin Mo as he turned to leave. Koshiro was different. He had seen countless people in his life, and Lin Mo's steady walk and calm aura showed the kid was something else. Plus, from the moment he saw him, he noticed a confidence in his eyes. Most people practice swords impetuously, very few actually find true peace. Page 5. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Only by truly understanding the world and keeping your emotions in check can you become a master swordsman. Koshiro sensed Lin Mo's potential. Hold up a second. Koshiro stopped Lin Mo. Lin Mo paused, turned, and asked flatly, yeah. Koshiro smiled. what's your name? Lin Mo. You like tea? Lin Mo. If you've got the time, stick around for a cup, maybe a snack, and a chat. Nah. Lin Mo declined, I'm more of a drinker. Koshiro blinked. Booze? Yep. Hee, interesting kid. I happen to have some vintage wine that's been aging for years. Wanna try it? Aging wine. Lin Mo perked up a little. Alright. Before he could finish the word, Kuina stomped over, annoyed. Dad, what are you doing? He already turned you down. Why are you pushing it? Kuina, you don't get it. Koshiro chuckled. You still have a lot to learn from Lin Mo. Learn from him? Dad, are you kidding? He's younger than me. Age isn't everything. Koshiro insisted. He's already way stronger than you. What? Him. Kuina scoffed, pointing her bamboo sword at Lin Mo. I challenge you, Chapter 4 Surprise in Frostmoon Village Kuina, who could easily take down grown men, wasn't about to accept being weaker than some foreigner, especially one younger than her. She had to prove to Koshiro that she was the best. Lin Mo, on the other hand, wasn't one to be easily baited, and fighting wasn't his reason for being there. Faced with Kuina's challenge, he just stared blankly. Koshiro frowned, a little displeased. Kuina, that's enough. Put the sword down. Dad. Kuina protested. I want to prove that a girl can become a swordsman and be the best in the world. If you think he's better, fine. I'll beat him. This girl. Koshiro rubbed his temples, sighing, then turned to the speechless Lin Mo. Sorry about that. She just hates to lose. No harm intended. It's cool. Lin Mo shrugged. Seeing Lin Mo's calm reaction to the challenge, Koshiro was even more convinced. This kid really was something special, but maybe a good thrashing would be good for Kuina. With that thought, Koshiro said, Alright, Lin Mo, you can accept Kuina's challenge. But it won't be for nothing. Koshiro looked at Kuina. Since you insist on challenging Lin Mo, then the stakes will be the Wado Ikemonji. If you lose, it goes to Lin Mo. The Wado Ikemonji, one of the 21 great grade swords, Lin Mo knew it well. He was surprised Koshiro would use such a valuable sword as a prize for a kid sparring match. Kuina was stunned. Dad, the Wado Ikemonji. I know. Koshiro cut her off. That's the risk you take for insisting on this. If you're afraid to lose, then back down. Fear had no place in the heart of a swordsman, especially in battle. Once that emotion crept in, the consequences could be dire. Kuina glared at Lin Mo, her eyes blazing with frustration and anger. I won't lose. I'm challenging you. Lin Mo still didn't want to accept this ridiculous challenge. Even with a famous sword as a reward, he didn't care. Seeing Lin Mo's lack of enthusiasm, Koshiro smiled and added, if you win, you get the Wado Ikemonji and 15 casks of vintage wine, brewed with a special technique and aged nearly 10 years. Lin Mo's eyes flickered. 20 casks. 15 is all I have. You can have them all. Deal. With Lin Mo's acceptance of the challenge, the kids in the dojo, including Zoro, immediately gathered around. Go, Kuina. You're the strongest in the dojo. Crush him. Yeah. Show this outsider what we're made of. Just like you do to Zoro. Take him down with one swing. Zoro. Hey. Zoro snapped at the cheerleaders. You want a knuckle sandwich? Cheer for Kuina all you want, but leave me out of it. In the center of the dojo. Alright, quiet everyone. Koshiro announced. Kuina, Lin Mo, get ready to start. Lin Mo walked to the sword rack in the corner and grabbed a random bamboo sword. For a contest like this, he wasn't about to use Lake Toya. Page 6. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Following Isen Dojo's tradition, learning and challenging swordsmanship begins with a salute to the altar and your opponent. After the formalities, they faced each other. Gu Yaina, bamboo sword in hand, looked intently at Lin Mo, declaring, "I won't lose." "Bring it on," Lin Mo replied calmly. "Ha!" Gu Yaina charged, swinging her bamboo sword in rapid, powerful strikes at Lin Mo's face, fueled by sheer determination, but Lin Mo easily blocked every blow, unable to penetrate his defense. Kuina shifted her angle, arcing the blade gracefully from low to high, left to right, trying to disarm him. Just as Lin Mo seemed ready to parry again, Kuina abruptly changed tactics. Whirling behind him and bringing her sword down with a forceful overhead strike, Kuina's swordsmanship was decent, better than most, but to Lin Mo, she telegraphed her moves. She was too slow, her defenses full of openings. Time to wrap this up. He didn't want to waste any more time. Reacting instantly, Lin Mo spun around and, catching Ku Yaina by surprise, knocked her bamboo sword away with a single blow. Kuina felt a sharp pain in her wrist as her sword clattered to the floor. The match was over in seconds. After a brief silence, the crowd erupted. "No way! Kuina lost. Impossible. How could Kuina lose? She beats adults. How could she lose to some outsider? Who is that guy?" Koshiro glanced at Kuina, still stunned, and announced, "1 point, Lin Mo wins." Lin Mo tossed his bamboo sword back into the rack. Snapping out of it, Kuina grabbed her fallen sword and shouted, "No, I won't lose. Again. I'm not giving you the Wado Ikamanji. Kuina, you lost." Koshiro scolded, his rare public reprimand firm. "It doesn't matter how many times you try, you can't beat Lin Mo. Can't you see the difference between you?" "No." Tears welling, Kuina clenched her fists and stormed out of the dojo. "Hey, Kuina!" Sauron called, hurrying after her. "That girl." Koshiro sighed, shaking his head. Then he turned to the other children. "Practice is over for today. Go home and rest." "Yes, sensei." The children bowed and left, buzzing with excitement. Once they were gone, Koshiro said to Lin Mo, "Come with me." Lin Mo nodded. He followed Koshiro to the tea room in the backyard. They sat facing each other. A pot of freshly brewed tea and a flask of fragrant sake sat on the table between them. Koshiro handed Lin Mo a simple white-handled sword in its scabbard, its true quality hidden beneath its plain appearance. "This sword is yours now." The Wado Ikamanji. Lin Mo took it without hesitation, hanging it at his waist alongside Lake Toya. Then, they each took a sip from their cups. Koshiro was right, the aged sake was excellent. Not overpowering, it had a light, mellow cherry blossom flavor that was incredibly refreshing. Lin Mo enjoyed it. "Good, isn't it?" Koshiro said with a smile. "The brewing technique for this sake comes from a very special place. You can't usually find it outside." "Not bad," Lin Mo agreed. Suddenly. Ding. Chatting with Koshiro over drinks. Sign in progress plus 10%. Current total progress is 30%, reward swordsmanship level plus 1, current swordsmanship level is LV3, the instant his swordsmanship level rose to LV3, Lin Mo's aura sharpened, an invisible sword intent radiated from him, fleeting as it was powerful. Lin Mo's eyes widened slightly. He'd been willing to share a drink with Koshiro because he seemed like a decent guy, and he was mildly curious. He hadn't expected the casual gesture to advance his sign in progress. What a welcome surprise. Chapter 5 Sauron's advice in Shimatsuki Village. Tea room. Sitting opposite each other, one older, one younger, sipping tea and wine, enjoying each other's company. But when Lin Mo finished his cup of sake, suddenly, the tea room was charged with sword spirit, a powerful, invisible energy swirling around Lin Mo, only to vanish as quickly as it appeared. Koshiro's smile vanished, replaced by a look of stunned surprise. The sudden surge of energy made him feel slightly oppressed. His grip tightened on his teacup, and he looked at Lin Mo with new eyes. "Your swordsmanship, it seems to have improved just now," Koshiro said, astonished. He didn't know what had happened, but he was sure of one thing: the current Lin Mo, compared to the boy who fought Kuina earlier, was on an entirely different level of understanding and mastery. This kid was the real deal. Page 7. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After a moment of consideration, Koshiro finally asked, "So, who taught you how to use a sword?" "I taught myself." "You're self-taught? You don't have a teacher?" "Nope." "If you have no guidance, how do you train?" "That's personal." Koshiro wasn't one to pry, so he just smiled. "Alright, if you don't want to talk about it, I won't push. Here's an idea, why not stay at the dojo? We've got plenty of wine, and I could teach you a thing or two about swordsmanship." The truth was, Koshiro was already hooked when Lin Mo said he had no teacher. A kid as talented as Lin Mo was rare, and he wasn't about to let him slip away. "Nah," Lin Mo said. "I'm a traveler. I don't stick around in one place for long." "A traveler?" Koshiro was taken aback. To waste that talent on just traveling, that's careless. "If you'd stay, I could teach you everything I know. With your gifts, you could be a master in no time. Then you could go back to traveling." "I appreciate the offer, but no thanks." Lin Mo's answer was the same he gave Red Hair: "I'm not interested in carrying on the way of the sword, or being a famous swordsman. All I want is to be a free traveler." Koshiro gave it one more shot. "Are you sure you won't stay?" Lin Mo nodded firmly. "Positive." Seeing he couldn't change his mind, Koshiro relented. "Okay, I won't push it. How long are you planning on sticking around in Twin Moon Village?" Lin Mo thought for a second. His sign-in progress was only at 30%. Based on his experience in Windmill Village, it'd probably take at least 10 days to 2 weeks to wrap things up. About 2 weeks, give or take. Koshiro took a sip of tea. "We don't have any hotels here. You can stay at the dojo until you leave." "Sounds good." Lin Mo agreed. They talked for a bit longer, and then Koshiro set up a guest room for Lin Mo. He also had someone deliver all the wine he'd promised. After cramming all 15 nearly man-sized barrels of booze into his system space, Lin Mo figured he'd go for a walk around the village while it was still light out. He hadn't even made it out of the yard when he felt a murderous vibe coming from behind. He dodged to the side, avoiding the attack. Under the moonlight, he saw the attacker, a kid with signature green, spiky hair. Lin Mo easily knocked Zoro to the ground with a couple of bamboo swords. "Damn it!" Zoro scrambled to his feet. "You only beat Kuina because you cheated. If you're a real man, pick up your sword. I'm challenging you. If I win, you'll apologize to Kuina for what you said." Lin Mo was speechless. What is this? He didn't want to deal with Zoro, but as he turned to leave, Zoro attacked again, wielding 2 bamboo swords. "Take this." Just like before, Lin Mo dodged every one of Zoro's attacks without breaking a sweat, eventually taking him down with a hand chop. When he tried to leave for the 3rd time, Zoro got up again and charged. Lin Mo was getting annoyed. Was this kid always this persistent? If I beat you with a sword, will you leave me alone? Lin Mo drew Lake Toya, easily deflecting Zoro's strikes. He also noticed that Zoro was stronger than Kuina, but the gap in skill and understanding was huge. No wonder this guy can never beat her. Lin Mo whacked Zoro in the face with the flat of his blade, just like Kuina always did. Zoro fell backward, landing hard on the ground, staring at the sky. Lin Mo sheathed Lake Toya and started to walk away, looking up at the stars. Zoro clenched his fists, frustrated. "Damn it! He's about the same age as me. Why is he so strong? Why?" The last remnants of his idea that Lin Mo was cheating were gone. He'd thought Lin Mo only won because of luck, but he'd been wrong. Lin Mo was the real deal. Zoro got back on his feet. He hesitated, looking at Lin Mo's retreating back, clenching his fists. Finally, he couldn't help himself. "Hey, wait up." "Huh?" Lin Mo turned around. Zoro got straight to the point. "How long have you been practicing swords?" "Not even half a day." Half a day. Zoro swallowed hard. There's no way you could get that good in half a day. That his first thought was that Lin Mo was messing with him, but for some reason, he didn't seem like the type to lie. Lin Mo didn't care what he thought. Believe it or not. See ya. Seeing Lin Mo about to leave, Zoro ran up and blocked his path. I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm just surprised. Can you tell me how you train? I want to be as strong as you. Lin Mo hadn't expected Zoro to ask about swordsmanship, but thinking about how persistent he'd been, he figured the kid wouldn't give up easily if he just walked away. He might as well give him some advice, let him figure it out on his own, and hopefully get some peace and quiet. With that in mind, Lin Mo said, "How long have you been at the Isen dojo?" "Almost a year. And after a year of training, all you can do is charge headfirst and try to overpower your opponent?" "Well, yeah." Zoro was flustered. Page 8. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lin Mo continued, "You know why you can't ever beat Kuina?" I don't know. I train super hard, but I just can't win." "Do you know why?" "You're lacking in skill," Lin Mo stated plainly. "Strength-wise, you're about equal to Kuina when you're using the two-sword style. Even if you get way stronger than her later, she can still beat you with superior swordsmanship. You've been going about this the wrong way from the start." "Wrong how?" Zoro asked quickly. "What do I need to do to beat Kuina?" "Keep up with your basic training, but you also need to level up your swordplay. Don't just blindly rush in swinging. Think about how your opponent attacks. If you're strong enough, you can find openings even in perfect sword moves." Right as he finished that sentence, *ding. Guiding Zoro's swordsmanship, sign in progress plus 20%. Current total progress, 50%. Reward, sword skill level plus 1. Current sword skill level, LV4, star. Hearing this, Lin Mo immediately felt a shift in his power, and a more powerful and terrifying aura radiated from him. Yep, star. To complete the sign-in, I still need to be around key people. Guiding Zoro's swordsmanship increased the progress by 20%. Star. What was that? Zoro's voice broke through his thoughts. Was that my imagination? I felt this intense pressure. Lin Mo glanced at Zoro. He's definitely got what it takes to be the Pirate King Luffy's right-hand man. Star. Getting back on track, Lin Mo asked, "Did you understand what I just told you?" Zoro snapped back to attention, scratched his head, and said, with a bit of confusion, "So, think and analyze how the other guy moves, then find a weakness to exploit. In a real fight, the enemy won't give you a ton of time to break down their moves." "Huh. Then what do I do?" "Figure it out yourself." Lin Mo suddenly shifted gears. "Do you believe there's a sword that can cut through anything in the world?" Zoro froze, his eyes wide. "A sword like that really exists?" A slight smirk touched Lin Mo's lips, and he grabbed one of Zoro's bamboo swords. "Watch this." Just then, a gust of wind picked up, a leaf fluttered down. Lin Mo slashed at the leaf with the bamboo sword. The leaf fell to the ground untouched. Zoro couldn't help but complain, "A bamboo sword's gonna cut a leaf? No way." Lin Mo just smiled, not saying a word. Then, a loud cracking noise echoed. A boulder, as tall as a man, shattered nearby, scattering pieces all over the ground. "Huh?" Zoro was stunned. "What the heck? How'd that stone break?" Chapter 6, Frost Moon Village, a visit from a dragon. In a quiet courtyard, the bright moonlight stretched the shadows of the two small figures standing quietly. Lin Mo tossed the bamboo sword back to Zoro. Zoro caught it quickly, his eyes filled with disbelief. "Wait, you cut the stone to pieces? But you didn't even hit the stone. What just happened?" Lin Mo glanced at Zoro, the corners of his mouth curving up slightly. "Listen up, Zoro, some swordsmen in this world can cut through anything. But a true swordsman protects what he wants to protect and cuts what he needs to cut. You've still got a long way to go. Keep pushing. With that, Lin Mo clapped Zoro on the shoulder lightly, then turned and left the courtyard. The evening wind rustled, blowing the hair of the departing figure. Zoro stared at his back, lost in thought. Cut anything or cut only what you need to. Before, he wouldn't have believed someone like that could even exist, but just now, Lin Mo showed him with his own eyes that a really powerful swordsman could do that. And he did it with a simple bamboo sword, and he's about the same age as me, ***. That guy's a monster, ***. Hey! What are you doing out here all alone? Kuina's slightly cold voice cut through the silence. Snapping back to reality, Zoro didn't even look at Kuina. He focused on the gravel that Lin Mo had shattered, his expression serious and his eyes resolute. Kuina, that guy Lin Mo is seriously strong. Kuina followed Zoro's gaze to the rubble on the ground. She immediately figured out that Lin Mo was responsible, but she wasn't at all surprised. Tch. What a waste to use the Wado Ikemonji to cut stones. No. Zoro picked up the bamboo sword Lin Mo had been using. He used this sword. What? Kuina glanced at the bamboo sword in Zoro's hand, a look of shock flashing across her face. In disbelief, she exclaimed, a bamboo sword? He cut a stone with a bamboo sword? No way. It's true. Zoro said seriously. Kuina, I think I finally get why the teacher said those things to you. Meanwhile, after Lin Mo left the Ishin dojo, he planned to hit the village tavern and try some local wine. Even though the wine Koshiro had given him was special and enough to keep him going for a while, it didn't mean he couldn't keep looking for other great wines. But when he got to the only tavern in Frost Moon Village, he saw the owner locking up for the night. The tavern owner closed and locked the door, wiping his brow. He turned around, startled to see Lin Mo seeing a kid standing there. He asked in a gruff voice, "Hey, kid, shouldn't you be home? What are you doing here so late?" Lin Mo asked, a little surprised. "You close at night." After a brief pause, the tavern owner replied, "You must be from out of town, huh? My tavern is only open during the day. If you need wine for your folks, come back after sunrise." With that, the tavern owner left. Lin Mo didn't argue. Turning to head back to the Ishin dojo, he stopped at a stall selling wine jugs. After thinking for a moment, he chose one and bought it, hanging the new wine gourd around his waist. Several figures hidden under dark green cloaks passed behind him. Page 9. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lin Mo glanced over at the group. Their leader returned his gaze. For a moment, their eyes locked. Lin Mo's expression remained neutral, unwavering. A flicker of surprise crossed the leader's face. Lanterns cast light on the faces hidden beneath cloaks, revealing a red square tattoo on the leader's left cheek. Lin Mo recognized him instantly. Monkey D. Dragon. The Revolutionary Army's leader, Karp's son, and Luffy's father. "Hey, Dragon, what's up? We can't hang around here too long. We'll attract attention. Let's go," a guy with a massive face muttered, trying to keep his voice down. One of their companions whispered, "Ivankov, your giant face is already attracting attention." Hee-haw. What was that? Say it again. Ivankov snapped, landing a punch. Tears welled in the victim's eyes as he fell silent. Dragon looked away, a slight smile playing on his lips. Interesting. A few minutes later, at the tea room in the Ishin dojo's backyard, Koshiro wasn't surprised by the unexpected guests. "I figured you'd be here in a couple of days," Koshiro said, smiling as he sipped his tea. "Sounds like the plan's going well." "It's coming along," Dragon replied, picking up the steaming cup in front of him and taking a drink. "Good tea." "Seriously? Koshiro, I want some." Ivankov exclaimed. "You always had wine ready for us. Why are you being so stingy today?" Koshiro smiled and shook his head. "It's not that I don't want to. I just gave away my entire collection." "Huh? No way. You gave it away?" Ivankov said in disbelief. "I've begged you for ages, and you wouldn't spare a bottle. Who's the lucky stiff that you'd give everything to? That kid, Dragon said, sipping his tea casually. Ivankov, kid? What kid? Which kid? Koshiro looked surprised. You met Lin Mo. Ivankov, Lin Mo. Who's that? The kid you're talking about. I saw him in town, Dragon continued. He carries the Wado Ikemonji and a sake jug, and he wasn't intimidated at all. Plus, I could tell he's stronger than your daughter. Looks like you've got a great student. Ivankov, I was in town and didn't see him. How's that possible? I wish he were my student, Koshiro said regretfully. What? Dragon set down his cup, surprised. He's not your student, Koshiro nodded. I wanted him to stay at the dojo, but he refused. Ivankov, hey. Are you two even listening? Hello, ignoring Ivankov, Dragon turned back to Koshiro. You gave him your best sake and the Wado Ikemonji, and he still didn't want to stay? What gives? Maybe. Koshiro took another sip of tea. Actually, he won the sword and sake from Kuina. I didn't exactly give them to him. You knew he'd win and sweetened the deal with wine and a famous sword. That's pretty much a giveaway. Just then, they heard footsteps approaching down the corridor. Everyone in the tea room looked towards the open sliding door. A small figure with two swords and a sake gourd slung across his back walked past without a glance. Chapter 7. Annoying little ghost in Frostmoon Village. Seeing Long and his crew in town, Lin Mo knew they were after Koshiro. Long is the leader of the Revolutionary Army. The whole point of the Revolutionary Army is to overthrow the Celestial Dragons, the elite overlords of the world government. The world government considers them a huge threat to global stability. From what I can gather, the Revolutionary Army is probably just getting started and hasn't launched any big operations. I have no idea why Long's looking for Koshiro, but whatever. It's got nothing to do with me. To get back to the room Koshiro set up, I have to pass the tea room. Koshiro greeted me first. Lin Mo, heading out, that I glanced over and nodded casually. Yeah. Long looked at me with interest. Ivankov charged out of the tea room, face to face with me. You're the brat Dragon and Koshiro were talking about. You don't look so hot. You sure you can beat Kuina? That I shoved him away. Get out of my face. Huh. Ivankov staggered back, clutching his chest and trembling. Oh, my heart. My heart. I'm dying. A few seconds later, he sprang back to life, throwing his arms up and laughing. Hee-haw. I'm not dead, Koshiro smiled wryly. Ivan, Lin Mo already left. Ah. Ivankov froze, looked down the path, and saw that I was gone. Ivankov looked bummed. He slid down the wall in defeat. He just left. Hee, Koshiro chuckled. Ivan's still the same as always, full of life. Yeah, Long said. He took a sip of his tea, set down his cup, and asked, is that kid Lin Mo really a kid? Huh. What do you mean? Page 10. You are listening at novelfull.audio. His eyes and the way he carries himself make him seem older than he is. I get what you mean. But he's still just a kid, and a ridiculously talented one at that. Koshiro smiled, a glint in his eye. Dragon, you believe in miracles? Long paused, puzzled. Miracles? What are you getting at? If you'd shown up a few hours earlier, you'd understand. Koshiro took another sip of tea, the memory of Lin Mo's sudden surge of power replaying in his mind, that feeling of being overwhelmed. The next day, dawn was just breaking. Lin Mo was up early. He barely stepped outside when a figure came charging at him from the side. Lin Mo just sidestepped, annoyed. He'd felt this attack coming a mile away. He chopped the overeager kid on the neck, sending him sprawling. Ugh. Zoro face-planted into the dirt. Lin Mo didn't even glance at him, just kept walking. Zoro scrambled to his feet, clutching two bamboo swords. He wasn't mad about losing, he was pumped. Lin Mo, I've been thinking about what you said yesterday. A lot of it's still fuzzy, but I won't quit. Sooner or later, I'll get it, and then I'll surpass you and kick your butt. Lin Mo just grunted, aha. Zoro pressed on, I'm serious. You might not notice me now, but that's okay. I'll prove myself. I'll show you, with hard work, that I can do it. Lin Mo. This kid is a pain. Lin Mo kept walking. As he passed the tea room, Koshiro's voice called out, Zoro, time for your morning practice. Zoro snapped to attention, matching Lin Mo's pace, and bowed respectfully toward Koshiro. Yes, sensei. Then he raced off to the dojo, full of energy. Lin Mo looked at Koshiro, sitting upright in the tea room, sipping tea, and nodded. Thanks. Koshiro smiled. You're welcome. Heading out? Yep. Without another word, Lin Mo left the Isen dojo and headed into the hills surrounding Shimatsuki village, starting his daily hunt. This was his routine. Fighting all kinds of tough animals improved his skills, built up his strength, and increased his hockey proficiency. Plus, he could trade the meat for berry to buy wine and food. 2 hours later, Lin Mo returned, loaded down with game. He dropped off some of the meat at the Isen dojo, then he strolled into the Frostmoon Village Tavern. It felt a lot like walking into Makino's bar back in Windmill Village for the first time. As soon as he stepped inside, the drinkers erupted in laughter. Am I seeing things? Looks like a kid wandered into a bar. Hey, kid, this is a tavern. You want juice, go somewhere else, ha ha ha. Look at him, with the 2 swords. Must be one of the Isen dojo students. Shouldn't he be practicing? Coming to show us his sword tricks. Ha 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 ha. Little tyke, this isn't your scene. Go back to the dojo and practice your swings, ha 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 ha. Lin Mo ignored them and walked to the bar. He hopped onto a stool, he tossed a handful of berry on the counter and said casually, give me a glass of your best stuff. All right. The bartender wiped down a glass, turning with a smile. When he saw Lin Mo, he recognized him instantly. Hey. You're that kid from last night, right? Where's your folks? Didn't you come with someone? Lin Mo wasn't in the mood for small talk. He tapped the bar impatiently. The bartender glanced down, his smile widening. He swept the berry towards himself. Drinking at your age? Impressive. He quickly poured Lin Mo a glass of the tavern's special sorghum wine. Lin Mo picked up the glass and took a sip. A rich, mellow aroma filled his mouth. It wasn't quite as good as the wine Koshiro had sent, but it was still pretty decent. Lin Mo seemed satisfied. He took off the wine gourd hanging from his waist, set it on the bar, and put down some more berry. Fill it up. The bartender nodded, took the money, filled the gourd, and handed it back. In that short time, Lin Mo had already finished the glass of sorghum wine. The bartender saw that his face wasn't flushed, he wasn't panting, and he seemed perfectly fine, so he gave him a thumbs up. You can really put it away for such a young age. Just then, the tavern door burst open and someone rushed in. The newcomer plopped down at the table with the most people, as if he'd just heard some huge news, and blurted out, you guys here? Kuina, who's never lost at the Isen dojo, got beat by some outsider yesterday.